What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is a boy here, Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another crazy video. Please try as much as possible, guys, as usual, to support your boy. Like this video, comment, share it on all social platform. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Adamslink, and make sure you subscribe and click the bell notification to get updates anytime, any day I upload. Firstly, guys, you guys know that song that goes like this: thank God say God, man no be God, oh, cause if man be God, oh, I for don't die, oh. Well, I think that's exactly the song Iyabo Ojo is singing currently. There's this herbalist about some days ago, about weeks ago. This herbalist came out condemning Iyabo Ojo over Bobari Bbnaija and Yomi Fabeyi case. He said Iyabo Ojo will die very soon. Iyabo Ojo will die like a very horrible death very soon. And guess what? That particular herbalist just died. Well, let me play you the video of him saying Iyabo Ojo will die.
Iyabo Ojo has done a lot of things with men. He has slept with so many men. Yes, he has slept with so many men. When his own judgment will come, it will come from God and will suffer. He will suffer and die. That Iyabo Ojo will suffer and die. Watch him.
Guess what? That man don't die. Thank God, say man no be God, oh. And I guess this is what Iyabo Ojo wrote. She said, if God be for me, who can be against me? Nobody. Breaking news: herbalist who predicted that Iyabo Ojo will die has passed on today. Kai. Well, this life don't balance at all. You are wishing someone's bad, but you don't know you are predicting your own badness that is coming to your own way. You are wishing someone bad, you do not know you are even predicting. Like you are pointing one finger to someone, you don't know the next one is pointing right back to you. It's crazy. And guess what? Bobrisky is not really happy with those slave queens who were at Obi Cubana's mother's burial. Those slave queens that were bounced. You know, so many guests came there, but they were bounced back. Bobrisky said, when I was teaching Bob Code 101, where were these ones? See them in Oba hustling. I thought I taught them how to be classy. See what they are doing there. I'm embarrassed. That's why it's coming from Bobrisky. And Zumi Mike and other people were spraying there. There's one particular Reverend Father who is not really happy with the way that these people were spraying at Obi Cubana's mother's burial. Reverend Father Kelvin Ugu, he said, I know there are certain abnormalities that have become normal, such that you dare not question them. You may not agree with me, and that is fine, but I will still say it. It is very insulting to be throwing monies on people while they are scrambling to pick them. It is what I keep saying, a mental problem, a void, someone seeking to show the other that he is above and superior. There is a reason why that money cannot be given to the people in a way that will respect their dignity. The reason is it will not create that show off, which the person spraying the money endlessly seek to achieve. I can only imagine how Christ fed 5,000 men. If you count children and women, I am sure they will be close to 15,000 to 20,000. If it were the people of my generation, we would have been throwing fish and bread on the people and watch in excitement how they scramble for them. Some of the videos I have been seeing coming from the funeral, there is no difference between what is there and how we feed animals. In fact, Even some animals have dignified ways they collect their food. Note, have I said people should not spend their money? No. Have I called them? No. This is for those who are already planning to misunderstand the post. So he said animals are much more better. That the way that those people are spraying money and watch people rush for those for the cash is like we are spraying food to animals to watch them fight each other for food. Well, do you agree with what the Reverend Father said? And not only that, he also wrote something about why women are dressing irresponsibly, according to him. He said, one thing I may never understand is why women come for an event half naked or dressed in just pants and bra, whereas their male counterparts are fully dressed. I simply may not understand why men flaunt money and women flaunt body. Men flaunt money and women flaunt body. We already know that, guys. Men are meant, like what I think what the game said, that men are loved only for the condition that they must provide. So women are mainly loved based on their looks and their, I do not know, but also kindly leave your comment below. And let's talk about some Bbnaija housemates. Firstly is Katrina. This woman is celebrating her birthday, and guess what? Her Oyibo husband bought her a house. I don't want to know if that house is fake, or if that house is real, or if she's the one that pressurized her husband to make that kind of public post, or if her husband bought that house on loan. I do not want to know, because that's exactly what people are saying. But the fact is, she has announced that she got a house from her husband on her birthday. She said, can't wait till tomorrow, from Mr. Jones to Mrs. Jones. I know they use jazz. My mother used better soap take bath me wella. My old wine buy the best gifts. Well, good for her though. I think this is one of those I think this is the kind of man most women want. A man that will allow you to cheat. A man that will allow you to do whatever you want and still unconditionally love you. This woman went on national television and praise banged the hell out of her through the back. And this is like the love can't double. The woman came outside and her hubby doubled his love towards her. So some people ask me, why is it that these old people are getting punani more than the young guys? Because if you should go and check out, old men are busy piling our girls more than us, our young girls more than us. It's simple, guys. You don't need to search anymore for a reason. It's because these old men are not afraid to spend regardless. But our emotions, they control us. And sometimes we do not want to spend because of the way the girl is acting. But these old people, they do not care as long as these ladies are always giving them punani. If they like, may the ladies sleep with 20,000 men. These old people, we still love them and we still spend on them. But we young guys, no, you have to show me love first. If you don't, I'm not spending on you. So that is the reason why. And this next one is coming from Praise. See, there are some things, I've said this countlessly, that there are some things I don't want to be matured about. I do not want to be matured about. And this is one of them. I do not understand why a man should be twerking. And I didn't expect it from somebody like Praise. Well, leaving that aside, someone actually condemned him. This guy said, your mate dey oba dey spray money, you mount here the zuzu. Then Praise replied, when you do your home burial, I will come. Then the guy replied, Man, Buzu, twerking on the ground for survivor. Your head just received a penthouse in Spain, that is Catherine, as a birthday present. And this is all you could come up with. Then she replied, when you give your family a penthouse on your burial, will you give your family a penthouse on your burial? Then the guy responded, Kid Wire or Prince TikToking on IG. I knew it was you the moment I see Greeking on Bbnaija come to make employ Olufo. Well, like I don't understand, but they were quarreling about that. But the fact is that, come on, man, how you go they twerk online? Which you they twerk for, guy? Guys know they twerk. I'm a black man and in Nigeria and in Nigeria for that matter. I will never ever understand why anyone, any guy, most especially black guy, will be twerking on ground. Sorry, I can't understand that. Twerking over what? What are you? Well, you guys, as usual, leave your comment. Check out this Unibest student who is now being investigated. Guess what? About a few weeks ago, this girl graduated. And according to the post she shared on social media that went viral, she said aggressive malpractice brought her here. Aggressive malpractice made her graduate. Well, guess what? After the video went viral, and after a few days or about some weeks, Unibet has recalled her back to undergo this process of investigation to ascertain if yes, she truly wrote those exams. You see, social media has won again. God uplifted you. God uplifted you despite all the odds, and yet you say, no, God, the way you uplift me is not enough. Let me share the success story. Let me show. Then now you are about to get yourself in trouble. Show off. Showing off. Well, I think the proper investigation that will be done certainly is she will have to rewrite exams and let them ascertain if she actually wrote those exams or not. And I bet you, girl, if you fail, sorry for you. So this kind of person now, should we rally around her and try to protect her? I don't think so, guys. And check out this next post. It's about a landlord who scammed tenants amounting to the sum of 15 million naira. I think we should all watch this video so that we can learn one or two things from it.
This is the house that we paid money. The landlord collected money from over 70 people. 70 people like this. We pay some people 300,000, some people 400,000, 700,000, 1 million. At the end of the day, the house is a scam. These are people that he collected money from. Look at everybody out here, 7 a.m. We've been outside, no house to stay since on Monday. Please, what do you have to say about this thing? Please, we have to speak up.
I paid my money 3rd of February till now. I've not gotten access to the house. I don't have a house right now. I am stranded.
People are doing that in Abuja, in Lagos, and majorly these cities. Please, be warned. Let me tell you how they do it. There are people who go around. They don't own any house. They go around renting apartments. They will go inside, demarcate the apartment, and rent it out back to people. Sometimes they run into trouble. The landlord comes to find out that yes, the tenant that gave this house to have demarcated it and rented it out to other people. The landlord will be furious and of course use police to drive those people out. They usually do that as well. Please be warned. Let me tell you how you can go about this. If you come to a place to rent a house, if you cannot go through a agent, we already know agent collect a lot of money. That is why some of us don't want to go through agents. But nowadays, you just have to go through agent because of not to avoid this kind of story. Go through agents and make sure they have office. So office, and then you can go through that process and to rent your house. Or if you come into a compound, you see other tenants there, please ask them question. Who do you guys pay rent to? If the way they pay rent corresponds with the account that particular person gave you, okay, good and fine. And you must make sure you collect the key to that apartment. Do not allow any landlord to tell you that, oh, this house is not completed yet. Bring money so that we can complete it. Then you pack in. No. I know we are desperate to find a house, but I will not encourage that. As honestly, I won't encourage that. I won't encourage it. Well, guys, that's my own advice. And meanwhile, I hope this landlord is caught. 50 million naira. Abba, my wicked. Again, guys, Nigeria as a country, just so you know, we are balling on borrowing. And guess what? Again, to accommodate fresh loans, the federal government raises new borrowing limits from 33.11 trillion to 61 trillion. The new borrowing limit contained in the document, Medium Terms Debt Strategy, show that Nigeria has raised its borrowing limits from 25% of the gross domestic product to 40% of the GDP. You know, there's some certain amount of money that the federal government can borrow. The limit is 33.11 trillion. That means when it gets to that amount, the federal government cannot borrow. So in order for the federal government to borrow, to extend their borrowing power, you know what they did? They have already signed a document to raise the borrowing limit from 33.11 to 60-something trillion naira. So you know we are balling on borrowing. Good and fine, guys. And check out this forum, what this man was saying, Northern Forum, about politics.
Like you call it third time. No, we are not asking for third time. Nobody asks for third time. We will never ask for third time. We are democratic. We believe in democracy and we are practicing democracy. That was why we said politics is a game of number. And we know we have the numbers. We are 120 million population from the north. Then the Fulanis have 40 million in population. And if you put that together, that will give you 160 million. And you can, out of the approximately 210 million as in being envisaged, the population of Nigeria, when you take 160 million out of 210 million, what is the balance? About 70 million. I cannot see how 160 million, I can't see how 70 million will beat 160 million. So we are ready for it. We believe in democracy. We are democratic in nature. We know politics is a game of number. We know politics, leadership is by ballot box. Leadership is by PVC. Leadership is by election. And that was why we are calling our people to come out en masse and get their PVCs. The 120 million Northerners should get their PVC. The 40 million Fulanis should get their PVC. Put together 160 million. We will elect another president by...
According to his own statistics, so not Nigeria statistics, so he said the Fulani plus the Northerners are 160 million. You know, 160 million combined. And the rest, which is 70 million, belongs to other ethnic groups in Nigeria. Well, my guy, where you forget that statistics. And meanwhile, you are saying 160 million Northerners and Fulani should go and get their PVC. What about the kids? What about children, 1 year old? Are you counting them among too? So you want them to go and get PVC as well? Man, yeah, well, it's quite disheartening. This is the mentality somebody is allowed to be talking about. Unlike